called my phone, said she missed me, but I saw her like last night.
I hope everyone's doing well and welcome back to another video. So today, right, it's a midweek outlook. We've had CPI come up. The week's been very, very lackluster to begin with. Even the majority of today until CPI dropped, but nothing in terms of trades offered yet. But I do think it has started setting the stage for the sort of next move in the markets after sort of like a little bit of a rough consolidation, say, across a lot of different pairs. So, of course, we had CPI today. We've got PPI coming up tomorrow, and then more red folders on the Friday as well. So we'd expect some decent movement for the remainder of the week, especially considering the start initially consolidated. Let's get straight into. I haven't really had a look at anything apart from DXY myself, so interesting to see what we can find. So cool. CPI dropped initially, and one thing that concerned me, as you guys can see, I've boxed out this range, is that, you know, we wicked down, and this candle had gone back in, and now it's still a little bit funny, if I'm being honest with you guys, right? It makes me feel a type of way that we haven't had a strong closure below sort of wicky area. Instead, you know, price has sort of come and respected these lows, tapped into, you know, we could call this a rejection block, and it's not done much from there. It's not reacted. So what I would be watching for tomorrow, right, rather, even before we get into what I would be watching for tomorrow, one thing I really wanted to see was a previous weekly high sweep. If we got that previous weekly high sweep over here and then we had dumped, I'd be a lot more confident shorting. I'd be very confident saying, you know what, that swing high that's placed in, I don't expect it to get violated. Instead, what we've got left in the market at the moment is these equal highs. You know, we need to just bear those in mind. I don't think price will draw that. Now, what I want to bring your eyes to for tomorrow instead, right, is this 4-hour fair value gap. And considering the context, this is where it's important knowing, you know, what type of trading, what you look for in the markets. Now, I don't think this is a great place for a swing trade, right? As much as I would love to short the DXY towards these lows, I don't think this is a great position, because if I was to take this swing trade, my stop loss would either go here or potentially up here where it will be equal highs, and that's not really what you like. You don't want equal highs behind your stop loss, right? Now, instead, what I'd be looking for tomorrow is 4-hour fair value gap, very obvious sort of range to play off of, I would say, from this high to this current low. See where we can get into this. Where we get into this, and if we can displace lower. If we can displace lower from here, giving you that typical intra-session, you know, New York kill zone or London Open, 15 minute market structure shift, displacement, blah, 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 all the basics, we've covered that, you know, quite a bit. That's just the sort of thing we're looking for. Very textbook play for us to then be able to short, aim for this low, and then the consolidation low, and then, of course, potentially past that as well. That is the essential current game plan for the DXY. One thing to be aware of that is not on the Forex Factory, I believe there's some tension building between the US and I think it's Iran in the Middle East. It's hard to say how those type of headlines would affect price, right? Today's CPI came below expectations, meaning it ended up with a bearish DXY, which is what we wanted to see, really and truly. We just wanted to see previous week highs went first, would have made it a bit nicer. But nevertheless, it ended up how we wanted. You know, we've had a bearish displacement. Now we want to see the retracement to displacement, see it respected, and then the continuation is what we want to be a part of. Yeah, not much on the US 10-year. Not really going to try to waste time. Yep. Previous daily high sweep, bit of displacement down, may continue to kick this way if I had to bet on a side. Quick look at EURUSD. I believe we have GDP for the pound tomorrow, something to watch for, right? Weekly chart, we are sitting, you know, coming into this weekly fair value gap. We traded through it, but of course, you know, we're only midweek. If price decides to revert here, this would be an eye off it. It has taken out that first target that we wanted, which was these relative equal highs into the weekly fair value gap. So from here, I'm quite flat. I think GDP 7 a.m. in the morning for the pound over here, you guys can see, we'll probably give this a bit of a kick and make it a bit clearer where we want to see price going. So now, in the case that we are looking for the, you know, EURUSD shorts, DXY shorts, I have my eyes on EURUSD for now. Possibly we'll also be watching GU. But very similarly, we have 4-hour fair value gap down here towards the equilibrium of the range. If price can come down, just mirror it with DXY essentially, right, guys? You know, simple. It's the same as always. We're just trying to see which one can reach it. If, of course, there's a big flip in EURUSD due to the news at the start of London Open, then you can consider GU as well. But, you know, just generally looking at it for longs, it doesn't look as enticing as EU does at the moment, right? Another pair to quickly visit. Something. No JPY news. I believe we've had a bit of a sweep here. We've had a previous weekly high sweep on UJ, and this could very easily be the start of a bullish order block for a bearish expansion. There's one place I would have my eyes, and in regards to swinging it, I think we'll get offered a chance at some point. But for now, very similar. I'd be looking for an intraday setup over here. If we can get something good on the intraday, where we get a second leg on perhaps the 1 hour, potentially even the 4 hour, if it kicks enough, then it could definitely make for a good setup. USDCAD, I believe, looks a little bit nicer. We have this sort of 4 hour range. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but I would expect continued expansion this way, right? There's a chance for a good 1 hour or / 4 hour OTE over here if price can give that retracement tomorrow. But seeing where it's positioned already, it might be a bit difficult. You just have to assess it as we go into the day. Look at the S&P. Expected a bullish week so far. It's it's not really moved much. We do have that big wick down, big wick up, sorry, initially, then a big wick down, and this seems very tightly consolidated. What I would say is that this is the sort of last previous obvious swing point that I would use. Here to the current high, there's definitely room for a sweep lower if price wants to come lower, right? Overall, we are long, but this isn't the sort of, you know, area that I'd like to be longing from. Usually look at gold quickly as well. Just clustered in a weekly. It's not amazing. It's not what we want. If I'm being honest, I'm not really looking for any setups here, as I said to you guys earlier as well. I do think it'll just continue with these, you know, consolidate sharp move. We're just going to see that for a little while till it's really ready to break out. And lastly, left it for last, it doesn't affect our day trading as much. Just what we want, really. This type of weekly close into this type of candle, we want to see this candle continue pushing higher. I do think with the inflation coming below expectation, Bitcoin can really kick up if it wants to from here. I'll definitely watch this daily fair value gap. If we can eye off at this, push up from here, 112, easy target, and most likely blow past that. But yeah, guys, that is it for the midweek outlook. As usual, any questions, anything I can help with, please just drop me a message.